What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Eric Taylor, Taylor to You Astrology. Back continuing my Neptune through the house series, through the houses. This Neptune in the second house, dos. Okay, so we're dealing with, oh my goodness, what is Neptune, right? The planet Neptune, you're dealing with creativity, spirituality, imagination, right? It's very nebulous. This dark, mysterious, murky place, right? You're talking about fog, illusion, delusion, deception, right? Neptune is really, it's spirituality. It's our dreams, fantasies, the subconscious and unconscious mind. It's chemicals, right? The pharmaceuticals. And it's what we're doing right now, right? Film and photography. So, and when you think about also with Neptune too, you can see where you can be extremely idealistic and unrealistic, okay? That's one of the issues with Neptune sometimes. So what's the second house? Come on, you watching Taylor to You Astrology, you watching my channel, my playlist, you know the second house. And watch my series breaking down all the houses, exposing them, okay? The second house is things we value. It's our family assets, our savings, right? It's sort of like that toddler energy, right? After the first house, the baby, the great I am. Well, the second house is very Venusian, very Venus, right? It's material items, money, how we earn money, right? It's our food, survival, our speech. I'm not a singer, I'm a lyrical bringer and stinger. It's survival. It's our five senses. And when we're talking about the second house with Neptune, it's our sixth sense, right? Because Neptune is really like on a spiritual another level, that 12th house kind of Pisces energy. It's 5D. It is the ethers, the other realms, right? It is also magic. So the second house here, it's also things you collect, right? Those material items that you will collect. And you'll see a lot of things that are instilled in you as a child through your father or through the family lineage, okay? So let's break down Neptune in the second house and what's it really popping off as? Oh, I gotta tell you some of the famous people. Oh my God, R.I.P. Muhammad Ali and Steve Jobs. Right there, I could just stop the list, right? That's like a mic drop, like, boop. Tom Brady, Lionel Messi, Lana Del Rey, not Britney Spears, Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, the Biebs. There's somebody else that I remember. Tina Turner. I mean, think of just the athletes, Messi, Brady, Ali. Gosh. So, and I only give you the famous people because I think you're famous as just a reference point because you know their music, their sports, things about them, Steve Jobs, right? And when you have Neptune here, you can be a little unclear, right? That fog can come over you when it comes to your childhood about your own self-worth and self-love, right? You don't necessarily know clearly what you value. You can be very, there's no boundaries with Neptune. So when it comes to money, it can flow in and out of your life. You might not be the workaholic. You might just love the task. Being extremely creative, Jobs, right? Imaginative, spiritual, just, tapping in. I mean, but think about Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber, like with the music, Tina Turner, there's this, like this flow about them, right? It's interesting, even Lana Del Rey. So, one thing that you can also find here is that these people, they have, it's almost like you're sensing like a calling, right? They're very mystical, you know? And when it comes to things they might collect, you won't even know, like the material items they have in their home. You might not know the spiritual altars or how they meditate or their routines and the things that they value that give them their fuel to make the money can be extremely creative and spiritual. Okay? And the problem is these people can face deception. So in terms of how they earn money or save it, they can be deceived, by other people. Friends, family, parents. They can go through that. You know, didn't Taylor Swift have some issue with a writer or producer or somebody? You know, who knows? But we also know like what Tina Turner went through with Ike Turner, right? And I think that the thing that you'll notice most about this placement, now the sign will matter. That's why you got to hit me up. Be like, yo, Eric, yo, E. You email me, tailoredtoyoucoaching@gmail.com. Excuse me. And, order a birth chart reading. You're starting your business, get a business birth chart. Trust me, you want to know. But in the map of your life and you see the time you were born that you chose to be born, some people don't think that, but it's true. The ascendant says at the first house, then the second house, the sign there, right? You can be a little different if this is in Capricorn or Pisces, right? For the Sag or Aquarius rising. Now, Neptune is, at home in Pisces, so can, be debilitated in Virgo. The exaltation, I don't know. It could be Sag, could be Cancer. I've seen people say both. Who knows? But one thing about Neptune is that whatever sign it's in, it's still going to go through this like lens of spirituality, of 5D, of the other realm. So even these people with their voices, right? You almost feel like it's hypnotizing. It's magical, right? Don't people, the way they love Beaver, Taylor Swift, back in the days, Tina Turner. So even Lana Del Rey, right? I think she might be a Scorpio rising. So Neptune and Sag, it's very, it's otherworldly. Now, remember, these people can be unrealistic about money, so they might not save it properly. But they can also fulfill their biggest dreams and fantasies and sign a contract for like $375 million to work for Fox next season, like Tom Brady. I mean, ta-da! But think about Muhammad Ali. His spiritual causes caused him to lose his title and a lot of money when he would not go fight in the Vietnam War, right? His values were of spirituality, compassion, empathy, right? This is very Neptunian. And so I think the rewards, now what? Well, what happened though? Because of the boxing in the head, there was a fog or a limitation eventually on his speech. The Parkinson's, Neptune's disease. So never forget that with Neptune, you have all these different dimensions, which is why, even for astrologers, they'll tell you Neptune is it's like Uranus, right? Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, the three outer planets. They can be extremely, and especially Neptune, very hard to define. Neptune is magic, man. And when you have it in the second house, you have to, over time, as you mature, kind of learn the boundaries of sharing your money, being realistic about your values and self-love and about even how you would earn money. Because sometimes these people live in a dream world and fantasies and they think that they can achieve, right, the zenith, and it might not be the case. You have to look at the whole chart. Is something conjuncting it? What's opposing it in the 8th house, right? What's trining it in the 6th and 10th house? All these things matter. It's a very, very detailed story. And Neptune, I mean, you know, this speaks to also some of your past life karmas, you know. And I have a service looking at that. Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, South Node, North Node. Yeah. Soul's Journey in Past Life, $75. So if you have this placement, you can be the great painter, the great poet, the great singer, rapper, artist, right? The athlete that is magical, bigger than life, someone that creates computers and iPhones in the spiritual realm, gets these downloads in isolation from meditating. These people need to have a spiritual, ritualistic practice of prayer and or meditation. Okay? And their imagination and creativity. Think about Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was a rapper, right? Like a butterfly sting, like a bee. Like he was always rhyming and dropping jewels on people and mad funny. When you have this placement, you have this like allure, this magic about you, right? I think it's funny because we're just talking about this now, or I'm doing this now, and Beaver just had his thing about, you know, tell us some secret or something, that be honest about something. And then Brady was like, you know, it might have been a fumble with the Raiders. That's hilarious. Well, they both have this placement, you know? So one thing that you also want to understand is that you can't be afraid with this placement to dream big. No fears, no boundaries. The money you earn and whatever you do, right? Your speech is going to be very hypnotizing, very magical, very alluring. Like Muhammad Ali. Like Tina Turner, right? When Tina Turner would talk, I remember the time she was on Oprah, like there was something that was like very, you felt like she was like in and out of the physical and spiritual realm. And the dance moves, right? Neptune is also, you know, the creativity with the dancing, right? Because that Pisces energy rules the feet. So just make sure if you have this, you're not deceiving others, right? You're not lying to others about their money, material items, because that karma will come back on you. All right, Neptune, and that's the thing, like Neptune is something that you don't want to take lightly. And watch out for, you know, like addiction to like, you know, prescription drugs and stuff like that. You can see addictions with Neptunes, and it is chemical. And so because it's speech, right? You can see people being addicted to drugs or alcohol here. All right. But yeah, just float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Neptune in the 2nd house, spitting the poetry. It comes easily and really naturally. You're bigger than life, and make sure you stand out in society. All right. And maybe some of these people are just straight up magicians, you know? I mean, it is like and like, remember when I was talking about collecting the spiritual items? These are the type of people that they can make money in foreign lands, right? You live in America, you can like go on tours or just make money in all different faraway places. And over time, you'll be able to save money. But you don't have a stranglehold on it. And I think in a way, that's what makes you earn more, right? You're not Saturn trying to control the money and hold on tight to it and restrict it. You're just like, I think I'm gonna let it flow. and that will be the cycle, right? Money and things in terms of how you earn it and everything is energy. It's like water, baby. So, all right, Neptune in the second house. You're dope. You're spiritual. You're creative. Try to stay on your high vibration. Try to stay away from the addiction, the addiction, deception, and lies. Try to have positive values. And Neptune here, it can have you be Ali, Jobs, Brady, bigger than life. Okay? Hit your boy up first and get the chart read so you really know what's popping off. That's what you need to do. And hey, come talk astrology with me, right? The second Sunday in June, June 12th, 1 p.m. Eastern over Zoom, 10 a.m. Pacific, only $15, 90 minutes. I teach an astrology lesson. We share insights and placements. We got a great group each month. The last couple of months have been amazing, and I thank all y'all. God bless you for coming and joining me and just building this community, because that's what I really want, right? You know, for us to build this Neptunian spirituality, astrology community together. Oh, and these people can be great astrologers. You can be an intuitive healer, right? You have Mercury here with Neptune, you could have healing hands, right? These are the people that make money doing Reiki, massage therapy, tarot, astrology, numerology, human design. You can see that here. Okay, and the young generation, if you got Neptune and Pisces here and you're the Aquarius rising, y'all are no joke. You stay vibrating in 5D. So don't forget, email me, taylor2coaching@gmail.com. Follow me on the Facebook and IG and the TikTok, Taylor2 Coaching and Taylor2 Astrology. Same thing here on YouTube and Instagram. And Twitter at Taylor2C and at Big 3 Astrology. I appreciate it. God bless y'all. Stay Neptunian. And try to write down your dreams. Keep a dream book. It will help you. And these people need to meditate at least 15 minutes a day and have your spiritual rituals and practices. You won't be disappointed. And you're magic. You're pure magic, baby. All right. Eric Taylor, Taylor2 Astrology, Neptune in the second house. Deuces. Peace.